InDesign CS5 added the ability to add animations to your layout. If I switch from the Essentials workspace to Digital Publishing, you'll see the things that you could do in a Flash player, an SWF file, or for delivery through the DPS, the Digital Publishing Suite, as an app for tablet devices such as Android or iPad. So with these animations, they cannot be included in a PDF. The only way to get them into a PDF is to take a document, build the animation, save that as a SWF, and then place it back into InDesign. It's a little cheat, but even in the resulting PDF, it won't play automatically. You have to click on each animation to trigger the event to happen. So it's not really ideally suited for PDF. It's suited for web content design or app design. So we're going to start with the animation panel. And I'll click once on this neighborhood tour text box. And InDesign has a number of very cool presets built in for me. I'm going to choose Fly In from top. And I get a preview, and InDesign has built a motion path for me. To see what this is doing, I'll choose Window, Interactive, and SWF Preview. And it's a tiny window to begin with, and you may not have noticed, but it had a keyboard shortcut there. I can stretch this window and hit play again to see it preview, but I'll close it, and the keyboard shortcut is Command-Shift-Return or Control-Shift-Enter. That's my favorite way to test it. I also teach Flash, and in Flash, it's Command-Return or on Windows Control-Enter to trigger the preview. So just one extra key in InDesign. All of my other dynamic content also still works. So let's add a little bit more. I'm going to select each button on the bottom, and in Animation, choose the Grow preset. Good, and now I'm clicking on my last one and choosing Grow, and I can choose Window, Interactive, SWF Preview. And you'll see this plays first, then each one will grow in, and these are buttons that also take you to individual pages. I'll finish this off by doing a little fade effect. I'm going to click on Neighborhoods, and under Preset, I'll choose Fade In. And on this one, I'll also choose Fade In. And then I'll choose Window, Interactive, and Swift Preview. Now there is also a timing panel built in. If you're doing animations, you may want these two to play at the same time as the neighborhood tour. So if I take a look at my timing panel, in timing, I can stretch this panel, and this is a group that wasn't given a name. This is another one that wasn't given a name. So back in animation, I'll name this Neighborhoods, and I'll click this one and name it San Francisco. And now, if I go back to timing, I could see the neighborhoods and the San Francisco. I could simply drag them up to control the order they play in. So now if I hit Command-Shift-Return or Control-Shift-Enter, I see the neighborhoods and San Francisco come in right after Neighborhood Tour. But if I want them to play together, I can select these three, clicking the first one and Shift-clicking the other two, and checking the box that says Play Together. Window, Interactive, Swift Preview. There we go. We get all of that animation happening automatically. Now let's test it in the browser. I'll choose File, Export, and I'll go into my San Francisco Guide folder, and I'll call this Animate. And I'll choose Format, Flash Player, SWF. You could also take all the pieces over as a native Flash file to do more with it in Flash. But this does all that I need it to in Flash Player. When I click Save, I'll do all pages, It will create an HTML file and actually embed that SWF, and I can view it when I'm finished. And something very cool that a lot of people like is this cute little interactive page curl. I'll show you that when we get over there. I'll click OK. And if I scroll down a bit, you could see these all animated together, and now those bottom buttons are coming in. I could click and use my buttons to navigate, but I can also grab the corner and pull forward and backward. That is the interactive page curl. Again, something that cannot be done in a PDF. It can only be done in a SWF or an app that's delivered to a mobile or tablet device. And when I hit the page, it plays again. You could also have sounds and movies triggered as part of these animations. And if I come back to InDesign, I'll see that I used the digital publishing workspace. I used animation presets to add some interactivity to the front page, and I tested it through Window, Interactive, SWF Preview, and I made my final piece through File, Export as Flash Player. That's how you can make your content that started as a print piece much more dynamic for delivery on the web or a device as an app using the digital publishing suite. That's something you should check into at adobe.com and just search for Digital Publishing Suite.